Okay. So, hello. This is going to be a love reading. I have not, for one, posted on here in a hot minute, nor have I done a reading for this channel in a hot minute. So, I was going to do card pulls. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if I want to do a card pull because I equally don't feel like, doing any interpretations. I just want to do the pulling, go about my business. But I'm gonna do one for here. We're gonna see what's the energy going on for the collective right now. What do people need to hear in terms of love? Because there's been a lot coming up. Engagements has been, I'd say that's been like the biggest thing. Yeah, that's just been the biggest thing. I was gonna go into something else, but would have turned into me going on a tangent. So we're gonna keep it cute. Okay, so Spirit, what message do you have for the collective? Mm. Hmm. Okay. Uh-oh, stuck in the cracks. Trust. Mm. Calling for you to have faith. So it feels like someone, and it's crazy. This was the topic earlier. Ah, yes, yes, that makes so much sense. So the cards that fell out were, I don't know if it'll flip this when I post it. Religious factors, trust, and then let go of control issues. So it feels like here to me, what it is that is going on is there are some people that are, and that's crazy. I was just having this conversation earlier. There's some people that are kind of like in a space of they're spiritual, but they're being called back to not so much religion, but just God and the church. Um, really just have something to center themselves, having something to, I want to say, like, go back to, so to speak. Um, but the thing is, it's kind of like what it is that I'm hearing is in these situations with love, you are being called to essentially have blind faith. And it's crazy. This is also a conversation me and my best friend was having. But you're being called to have blind faith. Um, Constantly looking at readings is not going to help you. It's not going to do anything for you. Like you're truly in a space where, and that yawn was very apparent. You really just need to slow down and rest and confirmation. You really just need to slow down and rest and take a little bit more time for yourself and trusting in the unknown. Have trust that everything is going to work out, but it almost kind of feels like you're in this space that feels like more of a void. So it's like, even as long as you've been on this spiritual journey, it's like this level of faith feels like it's something new that you're not used to. Like, it feels like a lot of uncertainty. And I feel like it's not even just so much trusting God or touching the source, it's really you trusting in yourself. It's you trusting in divine timing to know that everything is going to work out better than it is that you would have expected it to. So we're going to pull some cards here. Let me see what's at the bottom of this deck first. Wedding, this such situation involves marriage. And that makes so much sense too. Like, before I get into these, I'm gonna go into this now. This, yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me put my phone on silent. Hold on. Goodness gracious. Okay. Anyways, like I was saying, um, no, this is the cards. I always do like the cards at the bottom of the deck. As I was saying, y'all, my phone was just going off and going off, but no, I feel like the fact that I feel like the fact of the way that that interruption took place, um, it was very intentional. It was very much giving. This is not something that you need to be rushing into. You really need to understand everything that's happening, everything that's taking place. Now, to be honest, it feels like there's two aspects or just more than one layer to this specifically. So after I got off the phone and everything, these two cards fell out. Um, Unrequited love and release your ex, which I'm gonna get to that in a second, and then wedding, playfulness, and true love. So, um, the first layer, it feels like just with this dynamic, there's too much things are too serious between you and this person. And it's like spirit is saying, and even too, like, y'all, I can't make this up. I literally can't make this up. At the bottom of the deck of the cards I was going to use in the very beginning of the other reading, we got spiritual union, which is two of cups in tarot, the empress card, the shadow card, and the light card. So it's like, what they're saying is you need to do this before you get to this. But things that it is that they just want to, yeah. I feel like I'm like high key doing a backwards reading. My bad, y'all. I'll be doing this with readings. But it's kind of like this is what it will lead to, you know? And it's like, it's not even so much like this is Six of Wands. It isn't so much recognition like social media or anything like that. It's like, if anything, spirit wants you to stop rushing to have something to post on social media. Really make sure that you have a stable foundation with this. Really make sure there is a sense of harmony. Like, spirit does not want you repeating any lessons that it is that you had with your ex. You really need to take your time to build this. And it's like here with the Three of Wands, it's saying this isn't just a relationship. It's a partnership. It's you help me, I help you. And I feel like that's something that a lot of you weren't necessarily used to. So this is very much given, like I told y'all, that this is like a story in the reverse that I'm telling with these cards as I'm looking down. It's like it's new beginnings for you. It feels almost kind of like you're starting at one, so you're starting at step one, and it's crazy because when the reading had stopped, no, when I got off the phone with my friend, the time was 3:21. So it was giving, we gotta take some steps back. We gotta start from the very beginning. We gotta start over. And essentially that's how it is that you feel like you're trying to get back to this relationship. You're trying to get back to how it is that things felt with this other person, but you realize you're doing it out of a state of fear. Your ego is very much involved, and that's why you feel this sense of restlessness. Like, it's like, oh, I really want this person, I want things to work, but you're not realizing the root issue of how things are now. I'm getting ready to get to the cards I showed you guys with wedding, playfulness, and true love. But I'm gonna tell this in a way of a storyline because I feel like it's gonna make a lot more sense. So the release your ex and unrequited love is kind of like there is parts of you that is still you're still looking for this other person. You're looking for this other person, your old person, in this new person that it is that you're dating. And that's not what spirit wants for you. And it's like spirit really wants you to take a step back and look at things for how they are and not how you keep daydreaming them to be. Because I want to say too, I think this card is the Fool, and it's essentially new beginnings. But in this instance, it's kind of like it's like, long story short, spirit says she don't want you looking like a fool. because you could very easily make yourself look like a fool. You know, you could start a journey, reach your like restarting a cycle. Like every time you get back in that space of the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, you're restarting the cycle. Every time you get back in the space where you are essentially negotiating this person coming back, oh, what if things are different? What if they need to heal? What if this and what if that? And now I'm not saying that's not a natural part of the healing, because essentially what you're doing is you're going through the 5 stages of grief with this situation or with this relationship. And it's like you're in the bargaining stage. Oh, if this happens, if that happens, things will be different. Um, da 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 da. Like you're telling yourself all of these stories to get yourself to believe that this person is coming back. And it's almost kind of like you're not fully engulfed with the person that's right in front of you. It's almost kind of like you're viewing, I was going to say too, for people that are dating that this could apply to, you're viewing them as placeholders and needing to realize, these are real people that have like real feelings. Like this isn't like the music in those songs where they saying, I got this one, I got that one, I got that one on the line. And there's a time and place for everybody to be in that space. But this is not what it is that's wanted for you. And it's like, even too, like with the wedding card here, there's something that it is that you're trying to rush into. But what I was saying before the phone call came in is really needing to understand that marriage is a very serious commitment. And truthfully, this is something I've been wanting to talk about for a while. So it really does align with the reading. But marriage is a very serious commitment. Um, like you don't realize how things can change, how things can look, how things can be in a matter of seconds. Like an example, there's this app that I downloaded called Sincerely. And I was writing a letter to somebody, helping them, and like long story short, not telling any of their all of their business, but long story short, this person has like fallen on hard times and their partner is having to help them or assist them. And making them feel it makes them feel less than. Not that their partner is making them feel less than, but they just feel a sense of in inferiority, I think the word is. And like what it is I explained to them when I wrote the letter, because it was very much so giving a channel message, is I told them, I said, I feel like you want marriage with this person. You feel like this is your person. You feel like this is your everything. And I said, you have to realize there will come points in time in your marriage where you may have very low lows and they may be at a high high, and you are not able to carry things in the way that it is that you want to. And I feel like that's just one of those aspects of reality with a marriage. Because, when you are in a relationship, when somebody is going through something, they have that option to pull back. They have that option to say, you know what, I need to take a break from this. I can't be fully present for you the way I want to. There ain't none of that shit with marriage. Once you are locked in, you're locked in. There's no, oh, I'm gonna go over here, you go over there. There's none of that. So it's essentially like you have to you have to stick with it. There's no start overs, there's no do overs. You're in this shit for the rest of your life. And two, like with the religious factors, what I feel like with this is having that understanding of God just not being a center within your practice or within whatever it is that you do, because it doesn't just have to be a spiritual practice. Having God at the center of your marriage, because you guys need to have something that you come back to, or space that you can come back to when things get hard. You have to be able to find ways to see past the fog so that you can see each other clearly. Now, that is the shadow aspect of those cards. Now, for the lightheartedness, Spirit is saying, and I feel like too, this isn't just layers, this is like specific scenarios for everybody. So some may resonate with this reading, some may not. Don't force it if it don't fit. But the next card with the playfulness and the true love, like Spirit is just kind of like, this is your person. Don't take it too serious. It's almost in a way like you are making this a business transaction. Like, okay, you're over here tallying up, acting like you are office and some shit. And you're just like, okay, it's date number 6. We haven't talked about marriage. And it's almost kind of like you are not present in this at all. It's a numbers game for you. How long until X, Y, and Z until I finally get that? Where is that card at? Where is that 6 of Wands at? Like, you are so busy. Oh, here it is. You're so busy trying to get to this. It's almost like a public recognition, recognition. You are so busy to want to have something to share on social media to say I did it, almost like you're rubbing it in your ex's face that you're bypassing this. And the one thing that y'all realize here with this is there ain't nobody with him. Ain't nobody with him. But in the 2 of Cups, it's 2 people right here, and it's crazy. I don't know what zodiac sign 6 of Wands is. I do know 2 of Cups is Cancer, which is another thing I was just sitting here talking to my friend about with Cancer energy. Um, if any of you were on Threads, there was a girl on there that said everybody wants the lovers, the lovers, the lovers, but a lot of people don't realize until Gemini matures, the Lovers card is very flighty, which makes sense because Gemini is flighty. The Lovers card is very honeymoon phase, whereas that 2 of Cups energy is forever. That 2 of Cups it's not just I have my own cup and you have your own cup. It's we both have this one cup and we're pouring into it equally. And truthfully, it's very much giving. I really wish the 3 of Cups would have been in here because that would have equally made sense. We're gonna act like this is the 3 of Cups, okay? So it's like you have your cup, the person has their cup, and then you have the marriage. Because I don't want to say pouring everything into it because then that leaves both of you with your cups empty because you still have to live your life. You still have to understand that you are your own person. And it's like, I feel like Spirit is just like really telling you to pump your brakes because there's so many things that you are bypassing. It's like you're spiritually bypassing things that you need to understand, things that you need to learn. You still have to maintain and have that sense of focus. You have to have that grounding in yourself. And I feel like even too, this could apply for those that are dating. When you're dating, I feel like something that I realized specifically with women is certain points and times in relationships, some women have a tendency, and I'm guilty for this myself in the past. Women can be guilty of pouring everything into the relationship. It's almost kind of like a trauma response. You're pouring everything into this relationship and you're forgetting about yourself. Women, you gain weight, you stop doing your makeup, you stop doing your hair, you stop looking cute, you stop partaking in your hobbies because you're pouring everything into this one little cup. And you're forgetting that it is not this is why I said it's a storyline. You are so focused on it just being this that you're not realizing that spirit also wants it to be this. And it's crazy how I was telling you guys it was the 3, 2, 1. And it's almost kind of like there's a step that's missing here. And it's like spirit is asking you, what is missing? What is it that you are not seeing? What is it that you're not realizing? You don't need to move in a space of fear. You don't need to move in a space of, I don't want to lose this person. I don't want this person to leave. Because even if you don't realize it consciously, subconsciously, that's what it is that you're doing. So now I'm going to pull one more, I'm going to pull a couple more cards just to wrap this on up and see what does spirit want you to focus on, or just any general message that spirit has. That card came out again, forgiving and learning. Chemistry, yes. Bro, wait a second. Wait a second, wait a second. Let me go back to that card because I told y'all I feel like this is very much, it's very much giving storyline. Where's the cards that I just had? Because I feel like this plays exactly into because it makes sense here. Spirit is wanting you to release yourself from past experiences that you had, heavy on the word experiences, because that's what it was. It was something for you to experience, something for you to see from a different point of view, learn and move on from it. It was never something that you were ever supposed to hold on to, no matter how much you tried to tell yourself that, no matter how much it is you tried to convince yourself. So really work on learning from the mistakes and forgiving yourself for it. But here's the crazy part. We got unrequited love here. And then let me read you specifically what it says on the bottom. And then we got chemistry here. Unrequited love says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So spirit is very much like, so, out with the old and with the new. And it's the fact that not enough attraction or chemistry. But then when I asked just in general, the chemistry card fell out. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So both of those words that was just on this card is on this card also. So spirit is just like, don't get too focused on, don't put too much energy and focus on what was. Focus on what it is that you have in front of you. There's chemistry in this situation with this person. There's love here. There's understanding. There's compromise. This person, genuinely wants to be there for you. They want to be your person, but there's a part of them that feels like you're not all the way here. So that is the love reading. If you guys would like your own personal reading for your own situation, you can go to my website, www.brujastoblunts.site, not .com, .site. If this reading resonated, feel free to bless my tip jar at Cash App, Brujastoblunts, and I'll put all the links and everything down below. Okay? All right, bye.